I have 1 hour to teach a Magic player how to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Well enough to beat a pro. This is Joshua Schmidt, Yu-Gi-Oh! World Champion and all-around king of card games. And this is Carl, host of our Magic channel and complete Yu-Gi-Oh! Newbie. They're about to face off using these Yu-Gi-Oh! Structure decks, and after our training session, let's just say Carl's chances seem slim. When you draw your hand at the start of the game, there's going to be a lot of options available to you. It's not just going to be play a one draw.
So I'm going to have to memorize all of this.
We're going to do our best.
No, this game is too hard.
They also get bonus effects when they're discarded.
So it's all win.
All wins.
Is this Bigfoot?
That is Bigfoot.
And Mothman! Am I doing this right?
Oh no.
I think I'm doing this right.
Will Carl crumble under the pressure of facing a world champion? Or will Josh forever live in shame after losing his crown to a Magic player? I tried to teach a Magic player how to beat a pro, and it's all coming up right now. Josh is undeniably one of the best players to ever play Yu-Gi-Oh! So does Carl stand any kind of a chance? I guess we'll find out.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Joshua, today I become the king of Yu-Gi-Oh!
Well, before you become the king, you want to draw less cards when you start. It's not how we do it.
Ah, it's a force of habit. See, that was my strategy all along. You caught me, you caught me.
Okay, I know we went through a lot, but I definitely told him not to draw 7 cards. Now I'm wondering if he even remembers anything I told him at all. We might be in trouble.
5, right?
5, yes.
Let's go. All right, Josh, 1 sec. Much better.
So your deck is made up of essentially 2 types of cards. Cards that discard cards and cards that do things when they get discarded. So you use all your effects to discard specific cards in your hand that will do specific things that will benefit you.
Extra value. See, us Magic players were kind of old.
You're also used to bigger cards than that.
Yeah, so much bigger cards. This feels like I stole a deck from a child.
Oh, he has Genta in his opening hand. All he has to do is remember, get to the gates of Dark World. You can do it, Carl.
Okay, Josh, I'm ready. Taylor taught me one thing, and if there's one thing I know about this deck, is I have this Genta guy, and I don't like him.
He's pretty good.
I can discard this card to the graveyard and add 1 Gates of the Dark World from my deck to my hand. If this card is banished, and I control a Dark World card, which I bring into my hand, I can special summon this card. So first of all, I'm going to discard this. I'm going to put my glasses in a safe space, because I feel like this game is about to get wild, because I'm going to go get a...
Gates of Dark World.
Oh, I see you've heard of Yu-Gi-Oh! Before.
No, I've played a game or two.
Okay, that's good. We're off to a good start. My faith is a little bit restored now. We might have a chance.
And I'll bring back the Gates of the Dark World. Now that you know what it does, I need to find out. So, no, I have to read it.
Oh, okay.
I don't have my glasses anymore.
Potentially your most important card in the entire deck is this Gates of Dark World. It's a field spell that lets you discard a card from your hand to draw a card.
Is it not because it gives everyone 300 attack and defense?
That's nice, but that's not why it's good.
So I banish 1 monster from my graveyard, discard 1 monster, and then draw 1 card. That's negative value, right?
You never discard a card with that won't benefit you in some way.
Okay, so I'm going to...
Yes, banish the Genta.
Thank you for helping me defeat you.
That's not gonna happen, but okay.
If I beat you, do I become the king of Yu-Gi-Oh?
I don't know if I'm the one to declare people that, but in my eyes,
I
yes.
think I am. Wait, I have a prop. Don't move.
Carl,
Taylor.
everything okay?
Perfect. Next time you see me, I'll be the king of Yu-Gi-Oh!
I guess the stakes are a lot higher than I thought.
Okay, Josh, whoever wins this game becomes officially the king of Yu-Gi-Oh!
All right, so now those are the stakes.
The stakes are on. If you lose, you make some random player become the king of Yu-Gi-Oh!
All right.
So Josh, we're gonna go on this adventure together.
Okay.
Because I'm not sure how this is gonna play out. You can flame me in the comments if I do this wrong. But I want to become the king of Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yes, all right.
I'm gonna activate the Gates of the Dark World, which makes me banish my Genta. I told you I didn't like him.
Yeah.
And discard this Ceruli, Guru of the Dark World,
Oh, okay.
to draw a card.
All right, yeah.
Okay, discarding the Ceruli with Gates for some reason. Not sure about that one.
But now there's text on things.
Yes, things are happening.
First of all, I would like to bring back the Genta.
I thought you didn't like him.
I changed my mind.
Okay.
If this card is banished and I control a Dark World, which I do. Wow, synergy. Yu-Gi-Oh's
Right?
crazy. Are all the decks like this?
It almost like they make sense, right?
It's like a well-oiled engine. You can special summon this card. And this is how this works. Special summons, I put it into the battlefield, right?
Yes.
So Taylor told me about putting in defense and attack position. And this has bigger defense. So I'm gonna put this in, no, I can't attack, right? Because it's my turn.
Nope.
Defense.
He's strong in defense.
Well, he's stronger. He's got a big
all right.
butt. Now let's read Ceruli, Guru of the Dark World.
So most of your Dark World cards also have a bonus effect if you make your opponent be the one that makes you discard a card, such as Ceruli. You would think it's terrible, but when you summon it, it makes you discard a card, so you'll get extra effects from all your Dark World.
And they get an 100-300, which, as I've understood, is not very good.
You're not really too worried about that.
He also has terrible fashion sense.
Your opponent discards a card.
Well, you're my opponent, and it's my card now.
No!
Well,
I
that's
did
the
this
point.
to myself.
But that's the point of the card. The Dark World's trigger when discarded.
Enjoy it.
Thank
I
you.
didn't cherish it enough while I had it.
No, because Ceruli is a good thing. You make your opponent activate the effect to make you discard a card, and then you get more effects from your Dark Worlds. I definitely explained that to him.
So now that you're making me, I'm making me via you discard a card.
You're making me make you discard a card.
You are the second best Yu-Gi-Oh player.
What do you mean by that?
The first one's Yugi. No, it's not called Joshua O.
Okay, fair enough.
But if you subscribe, you enter a petition to make the game renamed to Joshua O instead of Yu-Gi-Oh. I would play that game.
I don't know if that's gonna make him subscribe.
Please do it.
And there goes Carl doing my job for me. What a great guy. Want to hit that button? Never been a better time.
If I discard this, if it goes to my graveyard by an effect from my opponent, I can target one monster in my opponent's graveyard.
See, that's the point of this card, because Dark Worlds have bonus effects if they're discarded by your opponent, which in this case is happening. You're forcing me to make you discard.
But I did this too early.
You don't have one that benefits off of it right now, it seems like.
See, that's really cool, and I stumbled into it in the wrong moment because I'm a Magic player. You can target one monster in your opponent's graveyard. We know about that. I add one Dark World card from the deck to my hand, then special summon the not card you have.
Yes.
I will get a Brow Huntsman of the... Do I show you?
You do have to show me. You have to confirm that's a Dark World card. Yeah.
Here you go.
That is a Dark
Enjoy
World
it.
card. Thank
Take
you.
it in.
Yes.
If this card is discarded to the graveyard by a card effect, draw one card. And if it was discarded by an opponent, I would draw two cards. That would have been way better.
So the whole point of Snow is to get any card you want from your deck. I'm not really sure what the point of getting a card that just lets you draw more cards is, when you could have just gotten the card you're trying to draw into anyway, but maybe Carl knows something I don't.
But now, I gave you this by mistake. And I'm going to make sure... Well, I just realized in Magic, you usually play one card and pass the turn on turn one. This is like my 17th card. I've exaggerated
It's
a little bit.
yeah, no, 17th is all right.
I'll show you a Danger Bigfoot.
That is...
You're in danger.
Pretty danger Bigfoot, yeah.
Yeah.
All your Dark Worlds are getting effects when you discard them. You also have cards to discard them called the Danger Monsters.
Is this Bigfoot?
That is...
And Mothman!
This is a cryptid-based archetype that you reveal them in your hand, and then they shuffle around and hide in your hand, and your opponent picks a card for you to discard. If they pick any other card, you get to summon those for free. And also, if you discard them with each other, they also get bonus effects when they're discarded.
So it's all win.
It's all win.
So if I show this from my hand, are you a gambling man, Joshua?
I've played Dangers before, so yeah.
Because if I reveal this card from my hand, my opponent randomly chooses one card from my entire hand. I love how it says your entire hand. Then you discard the chosen card. Then if the discarded card was not this, I put it on the battlefield. But if it was the Danger Bigfoot, you are in danger because I draw a card, I discard it, and target one face-up card my opponent's control and destroy it. Okay, Josh, one of these is a Bigfoot.
I know, yep.
Can you follow the cop?
I did
one.
not follow. You want me to pick, not even roll the dice?
Nah, just pick. I trust you.
Okay, I'll pick that one.
It's not the Bigfoot. Oh, but it's not a card that's great at being discarded. Nope.
No, you should have just played the Dark World dealings. Why did you do Bigfoot first?
So unfortunately, I don't get to Retribution, kill my creature back.
Nope.
And
Did you
I
want the
discard-
Bigfoot to get sniped?
Yeah, I want to get rid of it. I'm not good at this game, Gosh. But I will become the king of Yu-Gi-Oh! Okay, well, as a consolation prize, Danger Bigfoot comes into play. I won't put it in defense because it's not good at that.
He's not got very much defense. And
I'll
you do
draw
draw
a
a card, yeah.
Wow, I've got so many things on the field. And I think I know when my turn's almost come to an end. I'll play this trap. Because
Okay.
that's one of the really cool things about Yu-Gi-Oh! I get to say the words. We don't get to say this often in Magic. Never really. You've activated my trap card. And I hope I'll get to say it later. Because I'll pass the turn to you.
Honestly, for a first Yu-Gi-Oh turn, that was actually really well done. So good job to Carl. I guess we'll have to see what Josh can come up with.
That is, okay, well, average Dark World turn.
Whoa! What? The flaming over here.
Okay, I'll drop a turn. Can I enter my main phase, or do you have anything?
Oh, do you have to ask permission?
I mean, yeah.
Can I hit
it's
you
all
with my
about
Bigfoot?
It's all about consent. No, that I don't consent to.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. You can enter your main phase.
Okay.
Unharmed.
All right. I will start us off with Gold Sarcophagus, which lets banish one card from my deck, and in 2 turns I add it to my hand.
I heard that 2 turns in Yu-Gi-Oh is longer than the whole game.
Right? So it's fine, right? Card is pointless. Because the thing you can do is you can banish cards that trigger when they're being banished. So it doesn't matter that it only happens in 2 turns.
It's like my discard deck, where
Kind
things
of.
are good when they get discarded.
Exactly. So Tri-Brigade Mercourier, when it's banished, lets me add a monster that mentions the Fallen of Albaz from my deck to my hand. Don't
I
worry
assume-
about what that means.
I assume you have one of those.
I mean, I'm checking. I'll add Albion the Shrouded Dragon from my deck to my hand. So this card is treated as the Fallen of Albaz while it's on the field or in the graveyard, but at the moment it's in my hand. I can reveal in my hand to send the Fallen of Albaz or a branded spell trap from my deck to the graveyard, and then it goes to the bottom of my deck and I draw a card. Okay, I'll use the effect in my hand. I'll send the Fallen of Albaz from my deck to the graveyard. And then this one goes to the bottom and I'll draw one. All right, I'll draw one, and then I will activate the continuous spell, Branded Lost. This card says that you cannot negate my effects that fusion summon, because this deck's all about fusion summoning. And when I perform a fusion summon, I get to add a monster from my deck to my hand that mentions the Fallen of Albaz, and also, whenever I'm performing a fusion summon, you can't respond to any of the things I'm doing.
I feel like your deck is like a broken record. It's all Fallen of Albaz.
That's a very good summary.
That's a theme, yeah.
Some people watching will not be happy to hear that, but he's right, guys.
So that's definitely bad. But as long as he doesn't have Branded Fusion yet, we might be okay.
I'll activate Branded Fusion.
Yeah, we're screwed.
Now, please don't stop my Branded Fusion, because otherwise I'll be very unhappy.
But I can't stop fusions, right? Because of this?
Yes.
Also, joke's on you, that's
Right.
a monster.
Would that be illegal?
Oh, it has to be a spell. Okay, I see.
There's some monsters that specifically allow you to put them there, but
Oh, that's excellent.
yeah. All right, so Branded Fusion allows me to fusion summon a fusion monster that mentions the Fallen of Albaz.
Okay. Once again.
Yes. And I even get to use the material from my deck. I don't have to have it in hand.
Wait, so use a material is like what you use to sacrifice as a
Well, a
tribute.
fusion, you combine 2 things to become a fusion monster from the extra deck.
And now you can just pick cards from here?
Exactly. Normally, you pick cards from your hand or something when you activate the OG fusion spells, but this one just lets you fuse from the deck.
So you're great at Joshua O, right? So tell me, that's a really good.
That is very, very good.
right, okay,
This
okay.
entire deck.
Haha, maybe I will win the crown then.
All right, so I'm performing a fusion summon. I'm going to fuse Fallen of Albaz with Artifact Scythe, which actually is one of the monsters that you could set in your spell and trap zone, but
That's a monster? It's a scythe.
I don't want to talk about Artifact Scythe if possible.
Okay,
So-
because I want to talk about it a lot. But we'll stay silent for your sake.
Okay, thank you. Okay, and these 2 make Albion the Branded Dragon.
Oh no, it's purple.
It is purple. It requires Albaz and a light monster, which is this. If this card is fusion summoned, it performs another fusion summon. Isn't that great? By
Again?
Yes, by banishing the materials from my hand, field, or graveyard. So I'll activate its effect, and because I performed a fusion summon, I also activate Branded Lost. And because Branded Lost is active, you don't get to respond. So I don't have to ask your permission right now. I can just do it.
Oh no, I don't feel safe right now. But wait, so you can somehow, maybe, I don't know, I heard you're good at this game, win this turn.
I could try to win this turn, yeah. If that card
You
that
can
you are
try.
aggressively bluffing at me is not a good trap card, then I might be able to win this turn.
It's-
Branded Lost will add from my deck to my hand a Fallen of Albaz.
What a surprise.
You seen this guy before?
Yeah, I've heard of him.
You know what? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna use that Ceruli you gave me and perform a fusion summon with him. How do you like that?
My Ceruli?
I'll banish Fallen of Albaz and your Ceruli to fusion summon Lubellion the Searing Dragon,
Oh, it's purple again.
who requires a dark monster and Fallen of Albaz.
Did I give you a dark monster?
You did give me a
I
dark
did
monster.
this to myself.
You wanna guess what this card does?
Everything.
It fusion summons.
Oh, really?
When it's summoned, I discard a card to fusion summon a fusion monster by returning the material from my field, graveyard, or banishment back into the deck. I'll discard a Keeper of Dragon Magic to perform a fusion summon, which you don't get to respond to because I have Branded Lost. And I'll fuse Fallen of Albaz and the Lubellion itself into Mirror Jade, the Ice Blade Dragon. We'll put him up here just so you learn about the extra monster zone.
Okay.
And
Is
this
it
one,
because he's so good he gets his own zone?
yes, let's just say yes.
Oh yeah, the extra monster zones. I didn't even mention them to Carl because you can't use them with the Dark World structure deck, but maybe for our next lesson, we can do a link deck. How's that sound?
So this is fusioned again.
Yes.
There's a lot of fusioning going on. You think it's the sun.
This one does not perform a fusion summon, unfortunately.
Josh,
I'm sorry.
you're slacking off on me.
All right, this guy, when he leaves the field by your card effect or battle, I get to activate this effect to destroy all your monsters in the end phase of the turn.
All of them?
All of them. And his other effect is I can send a fusion monster from my extra deck to the graveyard that mentions the Fallen of Albaz to banish one of your monsters.
That mentions the Fallen of Albaz. Is this a joke? I think every card you have mentions the Fallen
See,
of
that's
Albaz.
you get the point.
Okay,
You
I see.
understand the point of Branded.
This is just what Branded does. They combo their fusions, they get Mirror Jade, it's super annoying to deal with, and then when you do deal with it, it just blows up the whole field anyway. So if you're Carl, you've never seen any of this before, it's probably going to be pretty tough for him to figure this one out.
Next up, I'll use my Mirror Jade's effect.
Yep.
And I'll send another copy of Albion, because he does mention the Fallen of Albaz,
Oh.
from my extra deck to the graveyard to banish.
Wait, that's your extra deck?
That is my extra deck.
Is there a reason? I'm getting extra deck envy right now.
See, I didn't build the decks for this, so I don't know why you only got 3.
Yeah, I feel kind of outclassed.
All right, Mirror Jade allows me to banish a monster on the field, and it does not target, so I don't have to tell you what I banish until you let me resolve the effect.
So I can't respond?
You can respond, but then you don't know what I'm going to banish, and then I can change my mind based on how you respond.
You can change your mind.
Well, because,
it's still,
it happens
still on
in
the
resolution.
chain.
You either tell me whether it's okay to resolve, and then I get to just pick and banish, or you want to respond to it.
Since this has the word danger on it, I kind of know what you're going to do. But maybe you can get this later, but I need this for this moment, please.
Okay.
Am I allowed to?
You can borrow it.
In Magic, everything is a spell card, right?
Yes.
But in Yu-Gi-Oh, spell cards are spell cards. You can play as many as you want on your turn. And uh-oh, you've activated my trap card.
I'm so excited for these.
These you place face down on your field, and then you wait until your opponent's turn before you can activate them.
And then you do this, right?
Exactly.
Joshua,
Yep.
you've activated my trap card.
What is it?
I may tribute one dark monster, which this is, with 2,000 or more attack. This does.
Yes.
To look at your opponent's hand, all monsters they control, and all cards they draw until their end of turn. Until their end of the third turn? After these cards active, like for the rest of the game?
Basically.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Was what? And destroy all those monsters with 1,500 or less attack. Let me know. So if you draw something with 1,000 attack, it just dies?
It does.
Even in 3 turns?
Well, I mean, none of the stuff that I have on my field has less than 500.
I don't know what's in your hand. Well, I'll know soon.
All right, well, I'll have to show you now. Well, you do know about the Fallen of Albaz. I've searched
Yes.
that one earlier.
There's too much attack.
A Branded Retribution. Okay.
Okay.
Read it.
There's a lot of text on there.
You're good?
Yeah, I'm good.
A warning point.
You'll let me know if this comes up.
I'll let you know. No worries. And an Effect Veiler, which I conveniently drew for turn.
It's dead, right?
Are you celebrating because that one card in my hand dies?
Yeah.
Okay.
You gotta
ahead.
celebrate the little
Yeah,
victories.
so-
This is my first game of Yu-Gi-Oh, Josh. Okay, so now I see your hand, and whatever you draw, I can have a peek at it again.
Yes.
You may proceed.
Now, since you've tributed your danger Bigfoot, which is the one I was gonna banish with the Mirror Jade, but thankfully it doesn't target, I'll banish the Genta instead. Rude. That's where the banished cards go. So this goes to the graveyard. This is not a continuous trap card.
So we have to remember for the next 3
you
turns?
just have to remember, yeah.
Oh, wow.
That is your challenge. Also, you are not allowed to forget.
I'm not allowed to forget. What happens if I don't? Do I go to Yu-Gi-Oh jail? Do I get banished?
You get banished, yes.
I don't know, keep playing like this and you'll be banished back to the Magic Channel for good.
You may carry on.
Anything once we've resolved the Mirror Jade?
I feel like it's kind of unfair that you have 3 cards, and I have 1. No, that's it.
Oh, okay.
You fell into my trap. I think that was cool enough already.
You're gonna have to tell me later whether you did this on purpose or not, but
The bird!
I don't think you did. Oh, that's okay.
Wait a minute, that's actually insane. Because Carl forgot to special summon Gento when Mirror Jade banished it. It meant that Josh couldn't use it to fusion summon into Lubellion. Maybe Carl's got more Yu-Gi-Oh tricks up his sleeve than I thought.
I shall proceed to my battle phase. Well, you're good. This is not 8,000, so I'll attack you for 2,500 with the Albion.
Good
Caught
catch.
it. And then I'll follow it up with 3,000 by the Mirror Jade.
Oh, I'm almost dead.
Also, one thing worth noting with the Mirror Jade is I can't use it again on your next turn, because that's what it says. It just says if you've used it last turn, you can't use it in the next turn, basically.
But on your next turn, you can.
Yes. Not enough damage to win the game, because
It was my plan all along.
Okay. I'll set 1 and 2 mysterious cards that you've never seen before.
You know you can't set monsters, right? Even if it's a good bluff.
Okay, I'll not set my last card in hand then.
Okay.
And then I'll proceed to my end phase.
You may.
Okay, in my end phase, I'll activate the effect of my Albion in the graveyard, which allows me to set a branded spell trap from my deck if it's been sent to the graveyard this turn.
What's a branded spell?
All of the Albaz spell traps
the
are
word
called
branded.
branded.
Yeah, that's one of the cool things about Yu-Gi-Oh, right? It doesn't have to have like a specific line of text as a type. It's just if it's in the name.
The archetypes are usually defined by the name, yeah.
There you go, Carl. You're understanding what Yu-Gi-Oh archetypes are all about. And mostly, it's quotation marks.
Okay, you may get your branded card.
I will set a branded sword.
So kind of as expected, Carl is in a pretty bad spot here. I really don't know how he's going to manage to come back from this one, but let's see what he can do.
Now it's your turn.
I get to draw a card, right?
You get to draw a card.
But I'm still alive.
You are, and I don't get to look at your draw, but you get to look at my next.
So Taylor told me one thing, and it's just like, I want to keep on doing the Gates of the Dark World thing, because it's pretty good. So I'll banish.
I'll allow you to enter your main phase, by the way. It's okay. Thank you for asking.
How gracious. I'm sorry, I'm still learning Yu-Gi-Oh etiquette. May I banish Snow?
Yes, the activation of gates is fine.
Yes. I will do that to discard this. I love the pun. Yu-Gi-Oh has so many puns. I'm particularly fond of Suship. But this is Rainbow, which is both rain as in what Monarch does, and bow as in beautiful in French, which is hilarious.
Yes, I like that too.
I'll discard this, and when I discard it,
First you draw, because you fully resolve that.
Wild. Oh, this card has a lot of text.
Don't read it.
Gates is always good. Dropping the rainbow, also a great choice. Come on, Carl, you got this.
And then I will go get a Dark World monster.
A level 5 or higher Dark World monster.
Oh, great, because this one is. It's called Grapha, Dragon Lord of Dark World.
That's a very iconic card, yeah.
Josh, I feel like this is Slumdog Millionaire, because I may stumble my way into victory, and if I do, it's purely by mistake. I will start with a Dark World Archive.
That's a good card, yeah.
It's got a lot of text, but I'll trust you. If you could sum this up on a business card, what would it do?
When you discard, you get to discard 1 more and draw 2 cards. And if you don't have anything that lets you discard, this card can make you discard 1. But you need a Dark World monster on the field to do that.
I feel like they should have just written that. I'm going to play Dark World Ascension. It's a spell card. And during the main phase, I may summon 1 fusion monster. Ha! Eat that! Taste of your own medicine.
And take a page out of my book.
Oh yeah, and it's a good book because it whacks me in the face for a bunch. I can discard as material. So.
Hold up.
Oh no, I don't like this.
I haven't allowed you to do that.
No, you're going to say, you activated my trap card?
Do I need the crown for that?
Please, yes, it's important.
Okay, well, you've activated my trap card.
I love this.
I'll activate Branded Retribution. When a spell, trap, or monster effect is activated that includes an effect that special summons a monster, which you are trying to do, you're trying to special summon the fusion monster, I get to return to the extra deck 1 face-up fusion monster I control, or 2 fusion monsters in my graveyard that mention Fallen of Albaz, to negate the effect and destroy it.
You get to get monsters, and those monsters negate my effect?
Well, this card negates the effect, and in order to do that, I have to return, in this case,
yes.
my Albion from the field to the extra deck, and then this is negated and destroyed.
Do I still lose my monsters?
No.
And so don't discard these?
No, because I'm stopping this effect, and this effect would have fused.
So it's not as a cost, is it?
No, it's part of the effect.
Okay, well, it still kind of sucks, because I was hoping to fusion my big boss monster.
Yes.
Oh no, the negate is so strong here. Carl, you were so close.
You may put the crown now on.
I could keep it.
You could, by winning this game. So you're an honest man, right? Mm-hmm. This is dangerous.
It is dangerous.
Okay, yeah. I don't want it to be dangerous anymore. So I'm going to read you a Yu-Gi-Oh card.
Yes.
During your main phase, you can discard 1 Dark World monster, and if you do, Dark World monsters you currently control gain attack equal to the level the discarded monster had in the hand times 100, something like that. I don't think it matters. What does matter is I discard this Grapha, Dragon Lord of Dark World.
No, you won't. You can't use that effect right now, and the reason for that is because you don't have any Dark Worlds, and in Yu-Gi-Oh you can't activate an effect if it wouldn't do anything. Like if it's trying to do something that it can't do. Like you're trying to make Dark Worlds gain attack right now.
Yeah, but like I don't care if they do right now.
Yeah, but you have to have a Dark World to use that effect.
Yeah, Archives is just a super strange card. Like no one gets it right on the first read through, so I can't even blame them for that one.
I'm gonna play a Brow Huntsman of the Dark World.
Yes.
You know how in Magic, once per turn you can play a land?
Yes.
In Yu-Gi-Oh, once per turn, you can normal summon a monster from your hand.
Is that why it's brown, like a land?
Exactly.
Oh, that makes sense.
Now you can activate that effect because now you control the Dark World monster, so you can pitch another Dark World to make it gain attack.
Well, thank you for helping me defeat you.
You're welcome.
I'll discard this. Now when I discard this Grapha Dragon of the Dark World, target one card your opponent controls, destroy that target. Then, if this card was discarded from your hand to your graveyard by an opponent, which it wasn't.
Yep.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, Mirror Jade. But I will activate its effect.
Okay, what does that do? I forgot to read it.
During this end phase, your monsters are all gonna be destroyed.
So they don't stay.
They don't stay. Whatever you summon this turn is gonna be gone at the end of the turn.
Oh. Well, that's a pickle, because I was planning on... Oh, what do I do here?
Well, you could try to win this turn, maybe.
Oh, okay, thank you. That's a great recommendation.
Try that.
Come on, Carl, use your graveyard. It's so important to use your graveyard.
All right, so I have to deal 8,000 damage.
Or you have to live with the fact that your board is gonna be gone at the end of the turn.
I won't. I have Rainbow. We talked about how cool this card was earlier. One thing that makes it even cooler is I can special summon it from my graveyard, returning one level 7 or lower Dark World monster I control to the hand. Once again, I feel like a well-oiled machine. Like everything is working together.
Dark Worlds are pretty cool.
I bring back my bro Huntsman of the Dark World.
Yes.
Now I have Rainbow. Rainbow's not long for this world. Well, it's going to be in my hand soon. Because I can special summon Grapha, Dragon Lord of the Dark World, from my graveyard by returning one Dark World monster I control to the hand. Except Grapha to the Dark World. So I'm bringing back Grapha by bringing back this Rainbow to my hand.
You've got it.
This is what you call a combo.
Yes, he's doing it. He's doing it. He's actually doing it. And everything you're building towards is Grapha, the Dragon Lord of the Dark World.
2,700 attack? That's a chunk.
Plus 300 from Gates.
That's 3,000. That's like almost half of your opponent's life total.
That's a whole Blue Eyes White Dragon.
Oh, I've heard that's good. So Josh, this turn might give me a migraine. So please help me. I know Taylor explained all of this to me before, but ever since I've special summoned and done 25,000 things and you fusion so much. So I have this card that I can bring back to my hand by discarding a dark monster. Yeah? Okay, so far so good. I discard this Brow Huntsman of the Dark World.
And this adds itself back to your hand, yes.
Great. Now, when Brow Huntsman of the Dark World is discarded, I draw a card, correct? But I've got Dark World Archives.
That can also activate, yes.
Combo, combo, combo. Draw 3 cards. Let's go.
So in what order do they pick the order?
So these two will form a chain. This one's mandatory, so it'll be chain link 1. This one is optional, and if you wish to activate it, it'll be chain link 2.
I do.
Then resolve backwards. Chain link 2 resolves first.
So first I discard and draw 2.
Yes.
Okay, I'll discard Rainbow.
Okay.
And then, so I'll draw 2.
Draw 2, and then draw 1 more for the brow.
Wow, in Magic, we call that Ancestral Recall, and it costs 15,000 euro.
In Yu-Gi-Oh, we call that Dark World, and it costs $10.
So I have already normal summon, so I cannot normal summon again.
You cannot normal summon again.
Okay, but I can place it. Don't look at it. Place a trap card. Can I place this as a trap card?
It'll never become a trap card because it's a spell card, but you can place it.
I put another face down card that could be anything.
Okay.
I'll attack you for 2,700.
Nope, 3,000.
Oh, thank you. I was testing you to see if you could potentially be the king of Joshua.
Yeah, that's it. Just push for damage. As much damage as you can. Just do it.
So that's not 8,000, but I'm sitting behind my 2 trap cards.
Okay.
This dice.
This will die in the end phase due to the mirror jade.
May I go to the end phase?
Yes.
It's dead. Yes.
I'll drop a turn.
You have to show it to me.
Say Pot of Extravagance.
Okay, that's actually crazy that he remembered that effect because I didn't even remember that was supposed to happen.
Which is a very powerful card that I can only use at the start of my main phase. Am I allowed to start my main phase?
Yes, you may.
Okay.
I love Yu-Gi-Oh! It's so polite.
I'll start us off with a Pot of Extravagance where I banish 6 cards randomly from my extra deck. So
okay. But you do banishing stuff.
They're banished face down, so those won't really do anything.
So what happens if you banish that's why you don't have 3.
That's why in this particular extra deck, you play like multiple copies of all the cards. So in case you get unlucky and banish 1 or 2 of them, you still have another one. So you can just pick 6 because it's random and I'll draw 2 cards. That was a very efficient way of picking 6 cards. You know.
Where do I put them?
Underneath the face up banished usually is where I put them. And then I'll draw 2 cards. And then, because this effect is rather good, I don't get to draw any more cards for the rest of the turn.
Oh, take that. I need to see the cards.
Oh, you do get to see the cards, right. Warning Point and Mercurier, which dies.
So much value.
All right, well, that was not a bad turn last turn. All right, you've allowed me to enter my main phase.
Yeah.
Do you also allow me to leave my main phase?
Like go into battle phase?
I don't have to tell you where I'm trying to go. I'm just trying to leave.
Yes. You may leave.
All right, I'll go into my battle phase.
Yeah, that's what I knew. You don't have any monsters, Josh.
But you can end your main phase and either go into the battle phase or you can go directly to your end phase. But you don't have to tell your
Both
opponent.
of those are beneficial to me because then you don't get to attack.
Well, yeah, that's why you let me do it.
Yay, you may.
Yeah, we're in the battle phase now.
Yes,
All right,
I win.
I'll activate my branded sword.
Wait, what?
This card lets me banish any number of branded spell traps from my graveyard and special that many Ice Blade tokens, which are monsters with 2,500 attack. I'm gonna summon 2.
Okay, I may have actions.
You may have actions? Okay.
So I may fusion summon one monster from my extra deck by banishing materials mentioned on it. We've been here before.
And when may you do that?
Like when I think it's pretty cool.
Does the card say when you think it's pretty cool fusion summon?
That's why we're not in the main phase anymore. This is during the main.
See, I knew you had that card, so I was trying to see if you would use it. So I was trying to go to the battle phase
How
first.
did you know I shuffled my hand before putting it down?
But when you added it back to your hand, of course you're gonna set it.
Okay. Then can I skill drain?
You may skill drain, yes.
I lose 1,000 LP.
You may lose 1,000 life.
Why are you giggling?
Because
Can I cancel this?
Well, I don't know, like, skill drain doesn't cancel monsters.
Negate the effects of all face-up monsters.
Yeah, you can, yeah.
Man, I really need to get good at this game.
I'll attack you with a token.
Oh, I'm dead.
If you don't have anything other than skill drain.
So close.
Skill drain was enough. Congratulations,
Thank
Joshua. You become the king. Wait,
Oh, okay, I'm getting
the
crowned.
king of Yu-Gi-Oh! It's official now.
It's so good.
Oh, were you watching?
saw the whole.
I didn't use skill drain right.
You need to read the card. It says during the main phase. You
Oh,
could have done it.
I was trying to be like a real Yu-Gi-Oh player. I heard you guys don't read all of your cards. Every time I tried to, Joshua was like, "We don't do that here."